All right, Coach. Tough loss. Still looking for your first win in conference play. Can you just give me a overview of what you have seen from this team over these past two first conference games?
Um, I think the biggest thing we've talked about collectively as a team is we got to control the third quarter. When you look at it, we feel like in our last two conference games, the third quarter has been the deciding factor for us. So going back to the drawing board, collectively, players and coaching staff, and figure out how we can adjust to that.
So SMU created a lot of separation in the third quarter last time. This time, the separation kind of came a little more gradually. Would you say they at least improved a little bit, even though it didn't, even though it still ended up in a loss?
Yeah, I think it improved, but almost doesn't count. So we got to figure it out.
So I believe your shooting percentage ended around 343, if memory serves me right. And looking back at your previous games, your shooting percentage when you get past that, anything lower than this has always ended in a loss. You mentioned that offense is something you wanted to work on. Do you think that's something that kind of still needs to work on a little bit there?
Yeah, I mean, I think we do have to get better executing on offense, but we hang our hats on our defense and the turnovers that we're able to create. They had 11 turnovers. Tulsa did at halftime. In the second half, we only forced, I think, 4. And in the first half, we forced 11. So I think defensively, we wasn't able to get in our press as much the second half, which created and generated points for us the first half. So that's something we got to go back and figure out.
Well, Tulsa is one of the conference's top scoring offenses, and you managed to prevent them from getting off a double-digit lead. So, how would you say you handled Tulsa's offense, and what do you think kind of gave them the edge this time?
How do I think they got the edge offensively?
Yes.
When you look, they made 11 out of 25 threes is one. Their free throw attempts, they did a great job of 13 of 18. We lost by 5. So I think that, they're offensively were penetrating, kicking, and hitting the three, and people stepping up. Poindexter was herself with 14 points, and I thought Mayberry hit some big shots that made a big difference for us. But we'll figure it out.
Your bench players managed to help you kind of keep this close, meaning 2 times more bench points. Would you say that this team's depth really helped them stay in the game then today?
Yeah, I thought Brianna, our freshman post player, Bree came in and she gave us key moments. It didn't look like it, but we were able to, with a big post, her in terms of keeping Poindexter sometimes in front of her because she was defensively able to do that. So I thought she gave us key. Taylor the first half did. And of course, Key, she always brings good energy. But we just got it. We got to figure it out.
Destiny Thomas ended up kind of fading a little bit, going 2 for 5, and only getting 6 total rebounds. Was Tulsa able to contain her, or did the things just kind of go Nay's way today?
I think Destiny can contain Destiny. That's the only person. Destiny's one of the best rebounders in the country. She had 24 rebounds against Seton Hall. There's not many people in this game could ever say they had 24 rebounds in one game. So I think we just got to get her back in her flow. She and Anjanae hadn't played together a lot because Anjanae is just getting back from her injury. So figuring out how to get her points along with Nay is something we're going to do. But to me, Destiny is the only person that can control Destiny because she's such a good player, especially rebounding wise, that I don't think they can contain her. She just got to figure out how to go get it.
Well, Nay ended up getting her first double-double of the season. She was real close at the SMU game, came up 1 rebound short, but she managed to get over the hump this time. How would you say Nay has really seemed to settle into playing after making her debut in the Christmas Classic?
Well, I will say this. Nay would like to get wins over rebounds and points. So right now we've lost 2 conference games. But I do think what she's bringing to the table is well, especially in the second half of this game. with Anjanae. We went to her at the top of the key, and she and Destiny in the high-low are kicking to guards for shots. She did a great job of that. And so I'm proud of her as an individual, but I know that she wants to get wins.
You mentioned Tulsa's three-pointers. Rachel and Layla managed to kind of keep it close, 11 to 8, so not in a large three-point difference. But what would you say you want to see out of your three-point shooting going forward to maybe get that three-point advantage?
Well, I think it's more for me. What I would like to see is our guards opening it up and being able to penetrate and kick and get to our three-point shooters. Right now, we're forcing them to have to, make big threes with people in their face. And I would like to see us penetrate, kick a little more, and let Rachel get better looks. She's coming off screens and figuring it out and just shooting in people's face. So that's my biggest thing is I think if we can get her better open shots, that she can do better.
You mentioned you're heading out on the road to face Houston now. What do you think this team needs to do in order to get its first conference win? And you mentioned Destiny and Anjanae kind of getting better, working together. Do you think that's maybe a key in doing that?
Yeah, we got to do it. So when you think about it, Anjanae basically wasn't available to us until Christmas break, okay? And so we go right after Christmas. We play Texas Southern, and she makes her debut, and she's basically been thrown into the conference. So I think getting her and Destiny, that chemistry down, is going to work. We just, we know we got a quick schedule, quick turnaround, but we're going to figure it out and get in here and practice and see what we can do to get those two going. But we're looking forward to it. We understand that people are going to give their best shot against UCF. It's expected. So what we can't do as a staff and as a team is allow the little things to stop us. So you can control free throws. You can contain rebounding. We take pride in that. And we can defend. Those things are respected. And that's what we got to get better at.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.